know a girl who's so fine, she's running laps around my heart. She's more than perfect, she's not the type to go play a part. She came and killed my whole life, and just like Mike Tyson, now I'm here seeing stars. I could take all of my time just trying to describe her. I don't know where to start. All my life I knew she's...
So, Bunnings didn't actually have the tiles that I wanted. They actually sold them for $1.90 each, which they didn't sell per metre. They worked it out as per metre was like $84. So, moral of the story, don't go to Bunnings to get your tiles because they are much more expensive. So I ended up going to National Tiles and I got my tiles from there, which was good. And so now I can actually start tiling. Yay!
Back when we were 17, I don't want nobody else, and I can't keep it to myself. Girl, you know you got me dreaming. We could be driving fast with your feet on the dash. You're riding by my side, leaving all our fears in the past. And anyway you wanna see what we could be on the map. It's only you and me, nothing to prove for me, yeah. All my life I knew she's my baby.
Okay, and with any kind of renovation, of course, there is something else that's going to go wrong. Basically what's happened is the tiles that I've put around here, when done the measurements, if I do them the same, I'll show you so you can sort of see from back here. There is a giant gap at the bottom on this side. You can see that, if you can see that. And it's just gonna look terrible. Either that or I do grinder cuts, which would be just like that little, and which would still look terrible. So my partner's actually gonna try and raise this bench. And if you can't raise a bench, well, put it this way, I'm pretty screwed because I've already glued all those tiles down. So while the fun and excitement is going on over on this side of me tiling, my partner is trying to jack up the kitchen with the car jack. So see how it's not measuring in the middle because this is really out. So as I mentioned before, there's going to be like a big gap on the bottom of the tiles like this, like not big enough to put a tile, too big to fill it, so it's just going to look like shit. So yeah, he's trying to raise the kitchen, so it should be obviously in the middle of the level bubble there. Okay, so I've hit another curveball with the bench top. So he got it level, and then this part here was raising up. So the back part of the bench, this part must be level, this part at the back isn't. Oh, how confusing. Alright, so confession. I have never used a grinder before, so if I cut my fingers off, you're all gonna witness this. And the moment of truth.
Oh.
Looks good. Loving it. Thank you very much. Okay, I am onto doing this splashback. I have literally been spending the last half an hour setting out this tiling. This is one of the main things that you've got to get right if you want to tile your own splashbacks and do kitchen sort of renovations. If you don't get this right, it really ruins the whole project for you, and it can make it really, really hard. So the idea is that you've got lots of bigger cuts rather than smaller cuts, because the smaller cuts are really hard to cut. You're going to have to use a grinder, and there's going to be lots of little cuts because your pattern keeps repeating. So you're going to keep repeating those small cuts, and it's just going to look silly. So I'll show you what I've done so you can see how I've just sort of laid it out and what my thought process was. Okay, so as you can see, I have 3 lots of tiles here. So these are the 3 rows, and I've marked out center on the wall. So I've had to muck around. I've put the center here, and I've put this tile, the full tile, in the center, and I have checked, then laid out the next ones 100 off, 100 off, and you ended up with really tiny cuts, like probably this small, which is really hard to cut. They'd have to be cut with a grinder. So I then laid it out with the grout joint starting in the center instead, and then laying out the 100 off again, then 100 off again, and these are the cuts that I'm going to have. So you want the biggest cuts possible. So the first cut's going to be this one, the second cut is going to be this one, and the third cut will be this size.
Hey, I got a confession. Been losing all momentum. Just because it's easy, but that don't make it better. I wanna dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drum.
Check this out. Literally that much. Like, seriously? So I got my kids' safety glasses. I have a science kid, yep. So resourceful. And I'm ready to cut, unsupervised. Wish me luck.
Yo, what you got in that bag? Candy, cigarettes, and a Playboy mag. Many used to have to work for that. Wait for me, gotta dial up. Can't call my landline cause it's all tied up. Just bike over then. Oh, oh, oh.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. You don't like the way I act anyway. You really don't have to react. Don't try to change my mind, in fact. Honey, I've already packed all my stuff. We're no longer kids, let's move on. And you are not my kid, so I'm done. Please don't.
Okay, I'm back for another day. It's been super chilled this morning, just sitting out here and putting my makeup on with Talia. And she's made a bit of a mess out here, which I'm kind of thankful for because it's glitter and it goes everywhere. So yes, that is what we're up to today. We're going to do the last of the tiling because I stayed up late last night and I ended up just cutting the trim and just setting out the last of the area, like just ruling it up and making sure it's ready for today. So that's what we're going to do today, and I should be able to get 90% of it done. I'm just waiting on a shelf, so I'll go in and show you what the new update is and what happened to the shelf when we went to install it.
Is that all?
Ooh, yeah, maybe a bit more than that. We're making some slime, so she's going to be entertained while I am doing the kitchen. Is it going to be so much fun? Yeah, Mummy's...
So I got old.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything.
So this is the new addition to the kitchen, was this shelving unit, which you would have seen us making. So the reason why I can only do 90% of it today is because there is a little shelf just going under this as well, like another part basically. So then it's level with this. But when we put it in, of course, you know, something always has to go wrong. This stuff here actually chipped off. So yeah. But apart from that, I should be able to tile everything else today. I've just literally laid everything out. So I've got the trim that I cut up last night sitting there. And then I've got the trim over there for this area. This one here, I haven't made the right height. So it is going to be longer. I'm going to have to trim it on the wall. Just because, remember I was saying that the height of this bench top is different. So it drops down here. So it's actually needs to be higher than what this one would have been over here. Just to be confusing. And knowing me, because I really can't measure. I can't. You're thinking she's done all this work. No, she can measure. No, I really can't. Some of the things I've stuffed up. If you had seen, I really need to take these little blooper moments for these. Anyway, yes, I'm certainly far from perfect. So that's what I thought I'll just do. I'll just cut it on the wall when it's ready. Are you kidding me?
What?
I cut out the wrong angle, from the wrong angle tiles. I should have cut it out from here instead of from there. I've done it the opposite. That's because you measure it the opposite. And I've cut it the opposite. Waste of a freaking tile, I'll tell you right now. Grrr. No, I did good. See? Mine is so frazzled now. Goes up there, like that. Then I have to cut again. So that part is right. I need to cut down now. After all that, I think the gap is too big. So I did end up hitting another curveball as we do with renovations. So the tiling actually didn't end up getting finished in this video, unfortunately, but I will have it finished for you before the next video comes up, so you won't actually see, you'll just see the end result, so it doesn't drag on for too much longer. But basically what has happened is the bench top, yes, again the bench top, I put the level on it and I was wondering why the hell there was such a big gap in the tile. So one tile was fine and then it eventually goes bigger and bigger and bigger, the gap, and that is because the bench top is sloping down. So my partner reckons he's going to try to jack it up again. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, we'll see what happens with that, but I'll keep you posted and I'll have it finished for you by the next time you see. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch up with you on the next kitchen renovation video. I'll see you then. Bye.